Hi guys, we're doing another experiment today, and as you can see, I'm dressed and ready to talk about rocks, okay? This is my geologist outfit. Don't tell Mr. Stanky I kind of stole it from him. Alright, so we've been exploring different things with rocks lately. We've talked about how rocks can affect our lives in our mystery science lessons, and we talked about what can change rock in the last cycle of things where we looked at our different soil types and what could cause erosion, okay? So in this next group of lessons, we're going to talk a little bit more about just what rocks are and how they form, okay? So to help us understand that, I'm going to take you back to something that I showed you way before everybody went in quarantine, and that's a picture of this, okay? You remember we talked about pictured rock and how these are up in the UP, and you were supposed to come up with something for an idea of how they were formed, okay? Maybe you can think back to that. Well, how did this show up looking like this? All right. So explore that idea, how this is formed. We're going to do an experiment today with cupcakes. See my cupcake liners? Okay. So I want you to have your worksheet handy. If you don't have it, pause me for a minute. Go grab it. Okay. It's Big Blue Marble, lesson 4412. It looks like this. Okay, I want you to have this out as I do the experiment because there's things that you can fill out as I'm talking, okay? And I'm going to have mine handy so I make sure I cover what you need to know. All right, the first thing we're going to do is make our cupcake. I need you to pay attention because I have different colors here and I'm going to put them in my cupcake liner, okay? I'm almost out of this one, so I'm going to do my best to make it show up. All right, what color is this? Obviously, if you get close, I'll count it, okay? Right. Then we're going to move to this color. And then finally, this color. Okay? All right, I want you to notice there is something at the bottom of my cupcake liners too that's going to come in handy here in a minute. All right, so that should be number one. You're filling in what colors in order I put them in. So A should be the first color, B should be the second, and C should be the last. Okay, and then I want you to think about what does this cupcake and this picture have in common? What do these rocks and that cupcake have in common? That's your answer for number two. Don't mind Roscoe and Sparky. Okay? All right, now I happen to bake some of these already, so I'm going to grab my already baked ones so you don't have to wait for me to bake them, okay? Here is my finished product, okay, and I'm going to cut it open. All right, take a look at our cupcake here. All right, your next question was supposed to have you think about, all right, there's chocolate chips in the bottom of my cupcake. Well, that might be maybe thinking, yum. I want you to think about, in my rock layers, what would chocolate chips be? Things that would be buried underneath and now look very, very different. Hey, cameraman, you're not allowed to eat my experiment here. Look very different, but still have their basic shape after they've been buried for a long, long time under rock. Seriously, cameraman? All right, so that's your thing for number three. What do the chocolate chips and the cupcakes represent in actual rock? Things that have been buried under layers and layers of rocks. All right, that's it, cameraman. Okay, that have their basic shape but definitely look different after a long time. Think about it, what that be rocks. Okay, then I want you to go to number four. When did I put the bottom layer in that cupcake? Think back to number one. When did we put in the red? Think about what has to happen in layers, like what's the oldest versus what's the youngest in the layers of a rock like this. Okay? So write a few sentences there. Notice I gave you space. That means I want you to kind of expand and explain. This isn't a one-word sort of thing. Okay? Then I want you to think about in number five, what does this experiment with yummy cupcakes help you understand about how rock layers are formed? what does this have to do with this? What does this help you understand about how this layered rock came to be, where the oldest parts are versus the youngest parts? So you're going to explain what you're thinking, how they go together, and then notice the bottom of number 5, you need to give me some evidence from what I just did with my cupcakes to back it up, okay? But that's it for today's science. Make sure you fill that sheet out and hand it in to me. And I'm sorry, I don't have any cupcakes to give you. I can't. But maybe when we get back together again, I can make some cupcakes for you guys, okay? All right, have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye.